Mainly had TvTs there, to be fair. You know, Terran versus Terran between ByuN and Persil, but here we go. We're now live in the grand finals of KungFu Cup, the KFC week number 6, and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Ruby Rock, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the red Protoss representing T1. It is herO. Let us go. We're getting into game number 1. We have our fresh series, our best of 5 finals. Again, ByuN took down Solar to advance on to the finals. Meanwhile, herO just took down Classic in a PvP. Very intense, very quick series, but intense nonetheless. And now we're calming things down with our Terran versus Protoss matchup. Oh boy. Here we go. As a reminder, these two did face off in GSL, of course. They had a very intense back and forth, with ByuN winning in the first series and herO winning in the rematch series in the decider match as well, with herO winning in the decider match. With herO, of course, advancing on into the semifinals, into the round of 4 in GSL over ByuN. We'll see how they compare and compete here in KungFu Cup in KFC. Again, these two are quite close in skill. I will say that for a long time, ByuN did kind of trail behind Kira and Maru when it comes to Korean TVP. Kira and Maru were more renowned for that sort of stuff, for that sort of style. But that's also because, oh, Jesus, as the SCVs, they failed to surround. herO gets away. Already a nice little win for herO. Nice little win. As he does force some more spine time out of ByuN. Oh. Probe does pull away. But what I was getting at is that one of the big reasons for this is because ByuN has a certain style to TVP. He's very aggressive. He's very bio-focused as well. That's what he prefers, I should say. We often do see a lot of, like, say, Marauder openers into 3-rack sim timings or 3cc 3-racks as well. ByuN is very fond of mixing those into series. Likewise, also a very aggressive player as well. Not really known for too much mid to late game play nowadays. There was a stint like last year where we saw a lot of mid to late game play from ByuN with very mixed success. By that I mean not much success at all. Like he was definitely struggling with this more slower style. I'm referring to games on like El Dorado and in the previous map pool. But here we go. Side Delta. Sorry, not Side Delta. Persephone, that's it. I was thinking the other one. For now, though, we're going for a more economic start. Racks expand out of ByuN, going for the factory follow-up. Likewise, we have herO sitting up back at home as well. So far, so good. Going for our tech, going for our Twilight Council. Okay. So Twilight Council opener out of herO, working towards Blink. We could see charge-based openers. We sometimes do see that on smaller maps. So if you believe your opponent's going to be hyper-aggressive, you can blindly open up charge to hard counter that sort of style. And that can sometimes be a response if you are forced to take the unnatural natural. Now the hallucination moves in, confirms the 1-1-1. There's no, say, fast tech lab into Marauder start, into a faster TC, or second and third racks. Likewise confirms the add-ons, there's no Reaper Hellion. herO just getting eyes on all. ByuN is setting up for his mine drop. Again, Winter Mine is out. Medevac is on the way. And our eyes are on herO. How greedy are we going to be here? He does have his probe in position, by the way. We have 1 gate in the main base, 2nd gateway is done, so 2 gate blink into a 3rd. Hyper greed out of herO. This build is quite rare. It's quite rare. Nowadays, it is very common to open up 3 gate blink and even 3 gate robo, especially on Ruby Rock. To cut corners like this, it's a bold move. Bold move out of herO. Meanwhile, the Water Mine Cyclone drop is coming in. Does head towards the would-be 3rd. As herO getting position in the main base. As the Water Mine is left behind. If you notice, Hallucination did spot ByuN moving towards the 3rd base, so hero's been ready in the main. And this Cyclone should not get much damage done. Oh, as ByuN is doubling down, by the way, opening up Cyclone drop into Banshee. No Cloak, Vanilla Banshee. Vanilla Banshees. Blink is now done. We have our gateway follow-up here. Third gateway, forge, charge on the way as well for herO. ByuN going to be reinforcing and moving out with a... Oh, actually, he's going to be... That's why he's going for the Banshee as well. He's just rallying. Yeah, hyper aggression out of ByuN. And remember, herO was hyper greedy with the third Nexus. Low gateway count, low warp ins. Blink sure is done, but herO, he does not spot the army. He does not engage. He now sees the move out. And now does see the move out. herO's trying to set up. herO's in danger. ByuN is moving in. And ByuN's within range. Wow, the tanks are within range. Massive tank shots going off, and the herO, he can't deal with this. He cannot save the Nexus. He has to try. He has to try here. He blinks out. He's crazy. He blinks on the mine shot. Oh my god. Mine shot goes off. Every stalker's going to be focused down. Yeah, there's 2 stalkers left. Does warp in. Yeah, does warp in. And looks like herO, he will barely hold on, but some heavy losses out of herO. Oh my god. Barely blinks away. ByuN is still rallying. He's got 1 tank left. That's something that was 7 stalkers going down. Insane losses there for herO. And ByuN's moving in. ByuN's moving in this time with the Banshee supports. Tank is once again within range. He will force the blink out of herO. Oof. Cashing out the pylon. Batteries out of energy. Stalkers are trying to catch reinforcements, and down goes the base. Massive pickoff. The third goes down. And this is why we spoke about how this build that herO went for is the opener specifically was so greedy. So greedy, especially on Ruby Rock. Aggression is favored on this map. The boys are being pulled. We're trying to get on top of the tank. He blinks in. He gets... Oh, gets a medevac. Does take the medevac, does take down the tank. But the damage has been done. The third base went down. That's all that ByuN cares about. He got the third. Gets the third base, pulls away. Behind this, ByuN claiming his own third expansion, which is almost done, by the way. And with this, ByuN will have a boosted economy. He'll have a stronger economy coming into the mid-game. And again, here is punished for his greed. So greedy, papi. Here just trying to contain ByuN. ByuN is happy to be contained. Like, there's no need to move out yet. Just waiting for his upgrades. Stim is almost done. 2 seconds away. Stim, combat shields +1. All is finishing up, and then ByuN can break out and expand. And again, here still doesn't have a third. As a result of this, as a result of lack of third base, ByuN, he will have a stronger mid game. He'll have a larger army and stronger timing available as well. I'm not saying it's going to be impossible for herO to defend, but it's going to be very difficult. herO needs to backstab. He needs to be able to counterattack as ByuN moves out. He needs to be able to catch any stray drop play, any stray medevacs. Ideally, as ByuN pushes, we get a Zealot run by going into the natural, into the third base, Prism drop into the main, catching reinforcements, forcing ByuN to turn around. Like, herO is desperate to buy time, to do some counter damage. If not, I mean, look at this, look at the supply disparity here. The soup is not lying. True. It's rare, but it's not lying, papi. Colossal production has begun. Okay, Colossus out. We have the earlier academy here from ByuN, building up to Ghost. herO does claim his third base as quickly as he can, so that will help a little. Sorry, the fourth base as quickly as he can. That will help a little bit here. But ByuN still has a terrifying army, and he's pushing. Now ByuN has a choice to make. ByuN, he saw the fourth. Does he break down the fourth, or does he go for the kill? Army gets spotted. So here he spots the main army. He has his Zealot run by already. We spoke about this. Here he needs to pull off this Zealot run by. He gets caught. Yeah, here he gets caught by reinforcements. He does not get into the mineral line. ByuN moves in. Tanks like she's within range of the Nexus. Oh, plenty of Zealot. Yeah, Zealot collapsing in. We're focused on the Colossus. No, he gets the sentry. There we go. Better tank shots, but he does not get on top of the Colossi. Here is holding. Here is holding on. Again, the tank boys were not on the Colossi, so missed target firing there. Better fight for herO. But ByuN isn't done. Yeah, ByuN is not done. Here he pulls back. Again, here has very limited vision, so he doesn't see the main army. Here here not knowing where to defend. Distracted by the drop, and the base goes down. Yeah, here just dragged out of position. The base will fall. Here is still behind. He cannot keep up, not like this. Diving on the Colossus. Nice save. Nice juggling. Saves the Colossus, going for the warp in. Here is holding on. He's holding, but still 8 probe kills and still no expand. Now the Cyclone. As ByuN had the faster third, and ByuN's going to have the faster fourth base. So ByuN just perpetually ahead economically, which means just larger army, better upgrades, working on 2-2. Academy is done. We can start to incorporate some ghosts with EMPs. Fight count is still quite low. True, we have 3 Colossus. So we can abuse the lower Viking counts. And here is all in at this point, essentially. Like here he has to break through. He blinks forward? Oh god. He's crazy. Blinks in, does take down some of the Vikings. Trying to collapse forward. Up to 4 Colossus. Once again, the lower Viking count here is hurting ByuN. He needs those Vikings. And is making 4 Vikings at a time. ByuN is getting there. ByuN is going to be the first to max. But when there aren't enough zealots. Yeah, not enough zealots here. The Colossus are exposed. He blinks it. He dives in. ByuN can chase. He can't give chase. Oh my god. He can't give chase. Blink is on cooldown. But it's blinking forward once again. He's crazy. He's crazy, man. I mean, he's desperate. And Stalkers get punished. Stalkers get punished. Nice snipe on one of the Vikings. herO pulls away, trying to get his own fourth base up and running. ByuN claiming his own fourth. Getting up there. There is a disruptor. He's got a Nova. Ah, never mind. Yeah, disruptor gets focused down. There is no Nova. Every single Colossus falls. And with that, here he has no army. He has no sending army. Catching out the War Prism. Vikings, they pull away. And again, it all came down to the third. It all came down to the opener, really. The blind opener of ByuN, to be fair. Of herO going for a 2-gate blink into a third base, and ByuN, he punishes so hard. And to be fair, herO didn't know. Remember, herO, he had no vision, he had no scouting, he didn't see the main move, the main push out. That's why herO was so ill prepared. One of the reasons. And he was also being quite greedy. And with that, ByuN will kick things off with a lead. GG gets called. ByuN takes game number 1. Whew. GG, well played. ByuN does take a lead in the series. Again, herO, he was so greedy at the start of the game, going 2-gate blink into the third base. ByuN punished so hard, going for the early tank push, broke the third expansion, and ByuN took a massive lead from there. If you recall, the next big moment was when herO, there was a chance to recover. He was hoping to try to catch ByuN out of position and catch him with his pants down with the Zealot counterattack while ByuN was pushing towards the fourth base, and the Zealots dealt no damage. He ran into reinforcing units, so the Zealots were shut down, and ByuN still killed the fourth anyway as well. So just furthering his lead. GG, well played. High progression out of ByuN does claim the first game, and we'll see if herO can recover coming to game number 2. Let's go. Going to be loading into White Rabbit. Going to be loading in. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of White Rabbits, we have the blue Terran player, the blue Terran himself, representing Shopify Rebellion from South Korea. It is ByuN. Leading the series 1-0. And spawning in the bottom hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the red Protoss player. Hello. We have the South Korean Protoss representing T1. It is a herO. Let's go, baby, let's go. As he does set up the proxy, does set up the gateway. Okay, I believe two gateways here from herO. Here comes the first. First gateway is thrown down, and looks like he will abandon this position. Okay, just the one, not two. So we're not going all in or anything like that, but it is still an aggressive opener. Now the goal here, for those who are curious, is that if ByuN goes for an never mind. God damn it. If ByuN went for an economic start, referring specifically to a single gas opener, racks expand on the low ground, then herO could punish. herO can go for the proxy, zealot, rush across the map, delay the CC, reinforce with an adept or reinforce with a stalker, and then ideally force a cancel, and then take a lead from there. But as we can see, ByuN is going double gas. That means he's going for a faster factory. So he's going for a faster factory, a safer, more tech-heavy start. This means that there isn't really much for this first zealot to achieve. Now, we could still go factory into expand, but I believe that the timing-wise, this zealot won't achieve too much here. As you can see, it's being chronoed as we speak, and we'll soon be seeing the factory. As the initial zealot is on the way. Here comes that factory. From here we can open up Reaper Hellion. We'll see if ByuN goes for a CC on the high ground or not. If he goes to low ground CC, and if herO waits for the move out, then herO can still find some damage with this. Zealot does move out. So does ByuN. ByuN moving out with his Reaper. We're now building up to two zealots into a reinforcing stalker. It looks like ByuN is going for low ground CC. So herO can still find some damage here at least. Can still find damage. Base is found. Zealots say move in. And can we force a cancel? We can. Massive pickup. That's what herO wanted. Cancels the CC. Does force a cancel. herO moves in. Bunkers on the way. Reaper's out of position. And we have to buy time. We have to buy time for the Cyclone. Cyclone is coming. Reaper taking a lot of damage. More boys being... Oh, he knocked the Zealot over the wall. Oh no. The Zealot. I mean, he's able to buy some time at least. But the Cyclone should pop. Ooh, as we have some miscontrol. Yeah, Stalker taking a lot of hull damage. A lot of hull damage here. So far, killing one SCV, about to be two. And two SCV kills. There's recall back home, as otherwise the Stalker would be trapped. Still catching one, and ByuN holds. ByuN, he does hold, he does defend. Now, what I'm curious by is we're getting a very early tank, which means ByuN, he can go for an early push. Yeah, ByuN is going for a second Rax. He's going for one base all in. Again, instead of expanding, we have a second and soon to be a third Rax, I'm assuming. Yeah? Oh, sorry, starboard. So 2-on-1. 2-on-1 setup here. One base all in out of ByuN. Hyper aggression. ByuN trying to catch the Stalkers. Trying to catch. Tank has arrived. Who catches who? Oh! Cyclone has to pull away. And will barely get out of vision, out of range. It does pull away, does get out of range. I say that we have a flanking Stalker. The Cyclone is getting caught. He gets a Stalker. He survives. The Cyclone lives. Two Stalkers go down. Oh, rough losses there for herO. This early on, you don't really have much to work with here. He's down to two Stalkers. And with this setup, ByuN can pull the boys. We'll see if he does. And now he's repairing. We have a charge base follow-up here out of herO, which would be ideal if we can buy time, if this even comes into play. Because ByuN is coming. Here comes the Unsiege. ByuN is gearing up. Here comes the one base all in. Behind this, we will have a reinforcing medevac with that tank as well. Only a couple of boys with this. Yep, here he comes. So two tanks, one Cyclone, back at home, charge. It looks like it will finish up mid-fight, but there's only one Zealot. Again, the gateways are still finishing up. Here, he needs time for warp-ins. That's what he needs, and he can't slow this down. Yeah, he's not in a position to slow this down. The tank getting within range. Yeah, the tank is within range of the Nexus. Catching up the panel, supply blocking here. No, he's supply blocked again. He's supply blocked. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, second tank moves in. The boys are being pulled. We have to get on top of the tanks. He gets one. He tries to... Oh my god, yeah, massive tank shots on the stalkers. One tank goes down. Can he get both? Can he get the second tank? It looks like he barely can. Yeah, just barely. 13 probe kills. Final tank falls. herO holds. Whew. Here he does hold on. The all-in fails. And remember, here he may have lost 13 probes. He may be down in workers, but he has a Nexus. Here he has a Nexus. He now has charge. ByuN has to get the hell out of here. He's racing back home. The all-in did fail. And here has momentum. He wants that tank. Oh, won't quite get it. Does not get the tank. Now, something that's interesting here is that here is actually not probing. He's committing. He just wants to go for it. He wants to kill. Oof. Getting us over the tanks. Yeah, does get one. The first tank should fall. And he might even get both. Nice target firing here on the stalkers. Both tanks do fall. Here he wasn't making workers behind this. He will lose his prism. ByuN does hold. But we're getting messy here. ByuN did lose 2 tanks, right? So he has no follow-up here. He has no counterattack. Here he now starts to make probes. This is late. But he's probing. Meanwhile, ByuN is getting ready for the second wave. The second push. But what is he up against? Again, a heavy zealot army is designed to shut down tanks, and he expands? No shot. Okay. No shot, we macro out of this. The observer does spot the CC. Does spot the expansion. herO should be feeling good about this. As herO is... He's supply block again. That's what, the 4th time tonight. He goes supply block twice against Classic, now twice here against ByuN. 2 separate occasions. Massive supply block. Specifically, that hinders his worker counts. He should have been probing here, but he couldn't because of the supply block. So lower probe count for herO, lower economy. That's slowing herO down. No shot, ByuN just macros up from here. I mean, he has a comparable economy, if not greater economy at the moment. True. Supply block did hurt.
Ready to roll out.
As here's claiming a third. He's claiming a third base. The army is very lackluster at the moment for herO, so herO has to be careful. How many gateways? 6. Okay, he's on 6 gateways. The prism moves out as ByuN pushes. So as ByuN moves out, herO moves in. There's not much of them to defend. Can we snipe Sim? Oh, ooh, goes to the middle line. Okay, goes to the SCVs instead. And ByuN, do we just pull the boys? No, okay, he fights. He does stand and fight. He'll be leading out plenty of SCVs. At the same time, ByuN commits across the map. He's got 2 tanks in the Liberator. Sorry, 3 tanks. Oh, that's a heavy tank count, and there's not many zealots here. He needs another warp in. Tank shots on the zealots. First tank goes down. Now going for the stalkers. Breaks through the zealots. There's still 1 tank left. He punishes. There's still 1 tank remaining. Again, ByuN, he lost 11 SCs back at home, but he's pushing. Yeah, he's breaking through. He still maintains that 1 tank. Remember, there is no blink. herO coming in from behind. Oof. And once again, brutal tank shots. Stalkers are very low. Every stalker's going down. He's down to 1. Down to 1 stalker. Oh my god. And herO, he evacuates the natural. We're getting messy. What do we have left? Just Marine. Just Marine and 1 tank on the way. ByuN's doing it. No battery. No shield battery. No warp-ins. And hero's been broken. He's barely been broken here. Ay, ay, ay. herO even canceled the 3rd for the refund. Even canceling the 3rd base. Warping a handful of extra zealots. Ooh, Prism goes down. Yeah, massive pig up. Prism does fall. Getting on top of the Immortal. ByuN sort of steps in. The Immortal falls as well. There's nothing left. There's nothing left here. Just the boys. Just probes. ByuN's done a chaotic game. Very chaotic. Crazy. GG gets called, and ByuN, he'll take a 2-0 lead in the series. GG. Whew. GG, well played. He's an animal. One base all-ins are quite rare when there's no proxy involved, but bearing in mind that ByuN was forced into an all-in. Remember, he had to cancel the CZ, was forced into the all-in. We had a very messy defense out of herO. The supply blocks are bound, slowed down his own economy, went for his own counterattack, while also being supply blocked as well and hindering his own probe setup as well. Even though he had 6 gateways, he couldn't actually afford to warp in and reinforce, and again, that third nexus was greedy. Eventually, he had to cancel for the refund for some zealots, but barely not enough. GG. Ooh, GG, well played. Very close, very clutch game there as ByuN barely breaks through, and with that, we're loading into game number 3. Going to be loading into 10,000 feet, and ByuN, can he close it out? Can he close it out here and now, or will herO fight back and make a series out of this? I mean, the games have been close. They've been close games. They've been intense, but here we go. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of 10,000 feet, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the Blue Terran leading the series 2-0, and 1 game away from claiming the series and becoming our KungFu Cup champion. It is ByuN. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the red Protoss player, the Protoss player himself. We have the South Korean Protoss representing T1. It is herO. So let us go as we are getting into game 3 here. Loading to our third game. From here, herO is going to be moving out, and again, so far it's been a very chaotic series. Game 1, we had herO being hyper greedy, and he was punished for the greed. Game 2 was herO being the aggressor, and in a way being punished for the aggression as well. I mean, I say that it was just a very messy game in general. Game 2, it could have gone either way, with herO denying the expansion, but also to having a really rough defense as well, bleeding out so many stalkers, unable to slow down the push across the map, the one base all in, of course, as herO was unaware. Likewise, the supply blocks also didn't help. But this time, double gas opener out of ByuN. This time, herO does not proxy. There's no proxy, no shenanigans. The gateway is back at home. ByuN with the double gas opener is going for a fast trap factory. And from here we can just settle in. We can settle into our eventual expansion. And welcome to 10,000 feet. 10,000 feet is a smaller map of the map pool. Momentum is heavily favored here on 10,000 feet. I say momentum specifically because the bases are very close together. We have our main, we have our natural, we have our third, and we have our 4th base as well. Our initial 4 base setup is very close together here, so typically it is quite easy to defend your 4 bases, but the rush distance is very short. Very short rush distance. So if you take a bad fight, then everything very quickly snowballs out of control. As we are opening up Reactor Reaper Hellion. Oh my god, okay. We're opening up Reaper Hellion. A very aggressive start here by ByuN. He will still expand, don't get me wrong, but the goal here is economic damage. Reaper Hellion does not scale well into a longer game. The goal here is to bust into a mineral line. Bust on in. herO, I believe saw the SCV moving down, so he should be aware of the initial setup. It is a double Reaper Cliff into the main base, so herO, he might be able to get away with not having a battery in the main. Just now getting a battery at the natural. It's not close to the mineral line, so it won't help the workers, but it will help the main defense. Reapers, they confirm the battery. They pull away. We're stopping at 2. Okay. That's a bit of supply block. We're not going into additional Reapers, though. It's going to be double Reaper, single Hellion into Mine Drop. Hallucination does confirm. So big scouts are basically confirming there's no additional Hellions, no additional Reapers. Does confirm the follow-up drop. And we're going for a blink-based opening. hero's going blink. So far, 2nd gateway. No shot that herO tries to go 2-gate blink into a 3rd again on 10,000 feet. That'd be insane. He's doing it. He's crazy. herO. He's so greedy. Yeah, get out of here, bro. No, he wants. Yeah, he's going 2K Blink again. If you remember, herO went for the same opener, the same build in game 1, and ByuN punished with an all-in. ByuN, he scouts the timing of the third base. He knows. ByuN knows. And ByuN should punish. So hyper greed again here from herO. ByuN's building up his tank. We have a fake upgrade on the way. Faking Cloak Banshee. What am I dropping to the main base? Here, if you recall, he is aware of the mine drop. He's aware. Stalkers are racing over. Racing over to the vent. Oh. Workers so far, just 2. Yeah, just 2 probe kills. 1 Water Mine does survive, and this should keep some supply busy. Yeah, ByuN, he's still building up his forces, he's still building up his tanks. Again, he's going for a very fast tank setup here into heavy marine production, into an early push. This is very similar to game 1. Very similar. The difference, of course, is that game 1 was a Cyclone opener. This was Reaper Hellion. So there's no Cyclone to support. Yep, we're not stopping tank production. So we're about to rally. We're about to rally across. Typically, getting into a macro game, you do stop tanks at 2. You get 2 tanks, then you switch into stim and switch into more of a bio setup. But here we're pushing. We're committing very early on here. And the goal is to punish the greed. Charge is on the way. Blink is done. And we'll see if ByuN can siege up within range of the Nexus. That's the goal. Stalkers, they juice for the army. He sees. Yeah, here is aware. Battery is done. Tanks, I believe they're barely out of range. Oh, no, they are. They are within range. Oof. Yeah, massive. The Zells, no, we throw them away. Yeah, 3 Zells are thrown away. Probe's going to be going down. And ByuN dropping into the natural. Ooh, connection. Massive connection. 7 probe kills. Yeah, herO unable to react in time. Battery is depowered. Tanks are pushing further in. Yeah, tanks are pushing in. Oof. The tanks are exposed. herO blinks in. He blinks and he will clean them up. He gets 1. He gets 1 tank. He'll get the other, but he will trade out a lot of Stalkers. At the same time, did lose 11, 12 probes. Water Mine drop comes back in. Cleans up the army. How many? Oh, none. Yeah, the 15 probes do go down. Heavy damage. And herO does save the third at least. If you remember in game 1, herO lost the 3rd expansion, right? It was worst case scenario. herO does save the base, but did lose 15 probes. And with that, herO does fall behind economically. What was meant to be an economic build, now lesser. Now it's herO catching up. herO, he has to catch up. Behind this, ByuN going for his own 3rd TC. I will say that ByuN did overextend here, abandoning his tanks. Did allow for herO to blink. So a bit of miscontrol out of ByuN. And from here, we're settling down. We're settling down in towards the mid-game. When it comes to do we favor, so far it is going to be ByuN. herO needs a 4th. herO, he needs a 4th expansion. We spoke about how secure your 4-base setup is here on 10,000 feet. He needs that 4th base as quickly as possible. herO, he is worth the 3rd CC. Okay. Taking a 4th base would be a mistake if there was a 2-base all incoming, but seeing the 3rd means that herO knows that ByuN is expanding. So I guess quartz. Disruptor on the way. Wait, what? Okay, I was confused. Cancels the Disruptor, starts a Colossus, that's more sane. I was like, what's going on? Going Disruptor first. ByuN's claiming his 3rd. Where's the 4th expansion, by the way? Yeah, herO, there we go. It's a little bit late. It's a little bit late here. Looks like herO wasn't convinced, so now he sees the saturation, he sees the workers main nodding over. Observer gets caught. herO's ready for a backstab. So these Stalkers will get eyes on the main army, and if he does notice a push, then the Zelts come in from behind. Zelts move in. ByuN's ready. herO gets punished. herO, he assumed that this push was more dedicated. Stalkers, they try to backstab. ByuN, he gets across the map. Remember, the rush distance by ground is short. Ooh, this army's exposed. Does try to stim in, but there is a battery. Yeah, there is a battery here. The Colossus will defend. Zelda coming from behind. Who surrounds who? Oh my god. Yeah, Stalkers get caught. ByuN keeps rallying. And he kites well. Yeah, so far he's kiting well. Doesn't catch any additional Stalkers. And he can pull back to his tank line. Oh my god, he does catch the Stalkers though. Does get them. He spreads well, running out of Zealots. The Prism. Oh my god, barely gets away. Prism pulls out, but these are heavy losses for herO. He loses his entire gateway army. Sure, he has Colossus. That's all he has. That's all he has left. Just a Colossus. The battery is helping. Oh my god, the Marauders save on the Colossus. With good enough juggling, herO holds. And here he does hold on. There's the NG overcharge. herO barely defends. And even though he holds on, he still lost how many? He lost 14 Stalkers in total, 27 Zealots. Heavy losses here for herO. hero's at a deficit. He's playing from behind. He just lost so much of an expensive army. And ByuN has momentum. He has momentum. We mentioned earlier that momentum is favored here on 10,000 feet. ByuN is pushing. You have the counter drop here towards the main. And ByuN wants to go for the kill. He doesn't have any Vikings, that's true. He only has 4. herO does hit the main. We have defensive Vikings. Yeah, defensive Vikings. Prism goes down. ByuN focusing on his defense. He will lose 2 SCVs. Yeah, only 2 workers. ByuN getting caught out. Uh-oh. Who catches who? Again, the Colossus are low. There is a bit of a buffer here. The Vikings, they go ham. They get 1. Gets 1 Colossus. Yeah, 1 Colossus goes down. He wants the other as well. He will get it. 2 Colossus fall. Oh my god, expensive losses for herO. Losing 2 Colossi. And ByuN has done it. Yeah, at this point, ByuN has done it. There's just no buffer. There's no buffer. There's no supports. Lost too much of his army. The Mind Shell coming in from behind, catching up both Colossi. 0 Colossus left, and ByuN has done it. He has broken herO. A very intense series, very aggressive. herO 2 games in this series. herO went 2K Blink to a 3rd, which is again is an outdated build nowadays. So greedy, and he never got away with it. Never got away with it. Every time ByuN he scouted, he punished time and time again. He's like, yo, you wanna cut corners against me? herO. And with that, GG gets called. ByuN, he will claim the series 3-0, becoming the KungFu Cup week number 6 champion. GG. GG, well played again. Hyper greed at herO twice in this series, going 2K Blink into a 3rd. It wasn't just that he was being greedy, it was also the maps themselves. He went 2K Blink on 10,000 feet and on Ruby Rock. Those are 2 of the most aggressive maps in the map pool. The only one that we're missing is Tourmaline, right? Those are the 3 aggressive maps, and to be hyper greedy to cut corners is insane. As soon as ByuN noticed, he went for the all-ins. He went for the aggressive posturing, of course. He committed, he punished, and with that, ByuN snowballed out of control both in game 1 and game 3. Game 2 was more chaotic. Game 2 was herO going for the proxy and forcing one base player to ByuN, and things were very messy and very chaotic. Game 1 we don't really take too much consideration into, just because it was a very messy game. But 1 and 3 was herO just cutting corners, ByuN noticing, ByuN punishing. GG. GG, well played. herO. And with that, ByuN will claim the series. We'll claim the series. A big result here by ByuN. Bearing in mind, of course, that he was also able to replicate the success when it comes to the first series in GSL as well, but not so much in the second series. Do recommend the VODs, though. Do recommend the VODs, as of course we did cover GSL round of 12 and round of 8 earlier in the week, earlier last week even. But GG. GG, well played. Congratulations to ByuN. My condolences to herO. He still did perform well, making it to the finals, taking down Classic, but again, took too many risks, too many chances here against ByuN. All the gam. I mean, that's how herO plays, and one of the reasons why he lost his series is also one of the reasons why he wins series as well, right? It's like herO took a big risk every game of this series, 1, 2, and 3. That's the kind of player he is. The gamba, papi, the gamba. He likes the gamba. And with that, congratulations to ByuN. With that, we are going to be wrapping up here for the evening. As you can see here, we just wrapped up with our Wednesday broadcast schedule. This morning we were live with Pegasus Cup. This evening we just wrapped up with KungFu Cup, and tomorrow morning the schedule is, sorry, this graphic is out of date. We are not casting the Water TV Monday tomorrow morning. We are instead having a rebroadcast of GSL qualifiers. For those who don't know, we were the only live English casters of the GSL qualifiers. If you can't wait another 11 hours, then you can watch the VOD live on Soup. We were live on Soup, not live on Twitch or YouTube or anywhere else. We were live on Soup, of course, but we're going to be able to showcase the VOD in around 11 hours time. So that is going to be in place of the Water TV Monday broadcast. Meanwhile, tomorrow evening we have the Podcast. That is our weekly podcast where we do discuss all things StarCraft. We have Amantes of StarCraft on Friday. We have RSL playoffs. They do begin this weekend, Friday and Saturday. We have KSL over the weekend as well. And we also have the GSL. The GSL semis and grand finals on Sunday. So non-stop StarCraft here is going on this week. Do check it out. Again, do consider following us, I should say, as we are live on a daily basis, multiple times a day. As you can see here, plenty of content, plenty of StarCraft. So thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in. Do consider following us on all the socials, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Discord, Soup, all things CranKy Ducklings. We are live on a daily basis. We cast more StarCraft than anyone else. We cast more than Wardy, more than Steadfast, more than anyone else out there. We have the quantity and we have a little bit of the quality as well. True. Likewise, if you want to support us monetarily, you can do so via Patreon, !Patreon in the chat. Our Patreon does fund our tournaments on a regular basis. You might notice though, this week we don't have Sparkling Tuna Cup. No Tuna Cup this week. The reasoning for that is because of RSL and GSL. The schedule is just so full. It's just a very, very full schedule, so we cannot actually squeeze in our Tuna Cup cast anywhere here, so we'll be making up for it next week. Next week again, Tuna Cup is typically a weekly tournament, but again, due to GSL and RSL and everything going on, there's just no room here. But of course, there's just so much StarCraft happening. There's so much StarCraft going on. Tuna Cup will return next week. So you can, if you want, you can help support us via Patreon to fund MSO, SDO, and STC. So you can see we had MSO earlier this week on the Tuesday. That's also why we had MSO on a weekday, because our weekends are just full of StarCraft, so we had to move it to a weekday instead. Which I know is not ideal, but did have to move it. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thank you so much for the support. We do appreciate it. We'll see you guys in 11 hours time with the GSL rebroadcast. Otherwise, we'll see you guys in around 24 hours with the Pondcast itself, with our weekly talk show. Otherwise, we're going to be wrapping up here for the week. Stick around. We're doing another StarCraft streamer a raid. Who is live at the moment? Who is live? Who can we raid? Un momento. I know that. Oh, Cosmos is awake this early. That's crazy. Cosmos is usually in bed by now. Okay. Cosmos. The Brazilian caster himself. I know that KFC week number 7 is currently ongoing, and that's what a lot of the other casters are covering at the moment. Meanwhile, who else is live? I know Senor Dolph. Dolph is live as well. We'll give him some love. We'll give him some love, we'll give him some support. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time. We'll see you tomorrow for either GSL or the Podcast. See you then. Until then, ciao, papi, ciao. Hasta luego. Hasta luego.